Correct, and I was so impressed with what we saw in those individual moments coming out from V1 against the Crazy Raccoons. I think it was one of the biggest selling points was me being fully on board with him at that point. And if we get Penny now having another performance like he just had, that could be a huge addition. And they need that here. This is traditionally a Team Liquid stronghold. So if you wanted to see V1 have to go against the odds, it's now time to really tune in.
I don't often talk about which side the teams start on, but the fact that Liquid are starting on attack here is actually kind of huge for them. Again, biggest concern being is the shift of pace I'm expecting out of Liquid, and right away here in the pistol round, it looks like we might get that, Lauren.
Eyes turn towards it. Pacey piece to begin with. Let's see what V1 are going to be like on this. Already a little bit of a contact towards Yampy, but it's going to be that split through market that's meant to be the main meat of the sandwich. But already Vanity's on the case trying to deal with it, but there's plenty of players on the other side. They have not made the cross yet. You can see it's scrappy, but now here comes the cross. Already taking a lot of damage, though. Look at the HP on Liquid, but they're still standing until now. Penny and Zelstis in combination can isolate too, but Yampy comes right back on through. Zelstis just clotheslines him down, and FE's from the back of the site. Keeps cool, calm, and collected, and puts the first on for V1.
Version1 just embracing the chaos of that pistol round. Liquid come through full force, just throwing haymakers coming out of market here. And somehow, I don't understand how Zelstis lived that long. Initially, he took so much damage. He's able to reset, and again, actually just exist inside that Astra utility actually invested on stairs. Perfect opportunity for him to play his life out, and just no real damage converted on the side of Liquid. But, again, early on, expecting a big pace change coming into Ascent here from Liquid, and I pissed around. If there's anything to go by, I think that will continue. It's going to be relentless here from them on their attack.
And I like what we saw before, and I'm glad we get to see Vanity doing this a little here as well. The combination to try and potentially deny some damage coming through over towards that quick A take. It's something that we've seen, obviously, Yampy do, but also Scream lean onto as well. So if they're able to slow this down, this could be a really good look.
Pretty close contact here. Vanity and Scream just kind of strafing off against each other. Oh, he did actually spot him out there, but Scream, unfortunately, on the repeat doesn't catch him. Meanwhile, Yampy's actually slipped through the net. Look at this. He's got a teammate as well. Soulcast backs him up. They're going to be able to pinch through from short here.
Yeah, and Vanity's going to have a lot of strain. Joined with Zelstis. Going to do really well to find the first. Yampy can't escape it. Lovely combination of the two. Going to deal with that threat coming through from short. And now Zelstis redoubles in, and that's great. Again, keeping them just at arm's length. Yeah, one kill comes through. Cryptic. What? Okay. Vanity's still alive. It's all right. They can pick up the guns. It could have been lost. They're okay. But something I do want to highlight throughout this game is I really have to keep my eyes on Vanity, especially on this half, because a lot of what I feel Liquid works on is those A takes, and they're really solid normally. If he's able to lock that down and keep, again, that great pacing coming in, joined with Zelstis on it, that's a huge win condition in my books.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we know that Liquid are going to be way more proactive here than they were on Split in fighting for early territory, fighting for the orbs on attack to allow Scream to just create so much space seemingly for free on the back of his ultimate. So really, Vanity's a very pivotal member of Version1 in countering that. And straight away here on the buy round, you see Scream once again the fight, be the front line here. Actually, Jammy's jump spotting here, but I don't think Penny was noted. No, he was playing off the back of Jammy's contact, and they will retrieve the orb now and reset away. Initially here, I mean, a little bit of a readjustment here with Vanity being on short and Jammy's coming over to play A site instead of B, with Zelstis actually going to invest his utility on B also.
Cover going out.
Keep your eyes on the spike. Currently with Link. And no easy opportunities being found. You can see V1 are playing pretty deep on this, and I like that. They're going to make Liquid work for their dinner. Vanity waiting on towards short. Could be nasty with that judge. That's a little look through. Takes a bit of space. Down to 40 seconds now. Trying to run down maybe some of that utility, but still plenty to be played with at this point. And it looks like that lean back towards A. Keep in mind, Penny has been here, and he didn't show too much early on. Jammy spotting over from Heaven. Good utility use just to make this tricky. Yeah. There's going to be a much slower approach. Now, yeah, they're going to at least clear off the kind of shoulder peak from Heaven. Going to get the jet jet dash in from Yampy, but it's Penny to find it real comfy. They've got 15 seconds. Are they canceling this?
They're actually going to completely throw the brakes on. And yeah. I mean, Jammy's done fantastic with it. To come down to 25 seconds and still have both snake bites to play, you know, basically on cooldown of the smokes on the wall, right? It is huge. And right there, I mean, it just goes to show, right? Liquid read that and they say, nope, there's no way. There's no way we're pushing through this choke. With Jammy still having that utility available, it completely puts the brakes on that round.
I should probably place some stars in the
This is the credit that I keep want to be giving to V1 with their utility use. If they've been watching over the Liquid, you know, games and they've got themselves prepared, which I'm 100% sure they have been, it's going to be the case of getting themselves mentally prepared for some of those side takes that Liquid have been able to run really well. Now, again, if they've keyed up that utility usage, and we've seen how good they are, one of the big key components that I liked about the way they came into this tournament was how good they were on that Viper meta, how they've always been a big kind of team to keep up with the meta and kind of push it further. Now, if they're on point with 1, their Viper, 2, the Astra, and then 3, throwing Zellsis, that utility usage between the 3 of them, that is incredible, and it's already made such a big problem for Liquid. And Liquid need to address this fast because that's a really integral part of the Liquid puzzle.
Yeah.
It's a tactical timeout now because they need to now look at other options or address it now because it's not going to change going forward.
Dare I even say that this is almost like a tilt timeout? Like to have a round play out in that nature where on a full buy round it's 4, you just say, nope, guys, don't even go. Like, they're taking a breather right now, reassessing things, and ultimately we're seeing here that, yes, I think Version1 have done their homework, right? With the readjustment, at least in the previous round of Jammies coming across towards playing A main, they're expecting Liquid to just rotate back and forth, and we haven't seen that all-out A piece from Liquid on their first buy round. Now, that doesn't go to say, actually, that Version1 are still going to be ready for it if it does come.
But so far, tick in the box for V1 here. And the one thing that you'll say coming into this, if they want to look at Liquid, they're going to have plenty of footage on it. But the same for Liquid. They got to see the most recent game possible for V1 on this map. And again, that got extremely close against the Crazy Raccoons, which was a huge surprise.
Yeah, and the big thing there, actually, is you just talk about the stylistic differences between Liquid and Crazy Raccoons, right? I don't think Liquid are going to be able to drill into the same success. That's not how they like to operate. They don't like to play on those terms.
And we go again, but Penny this time switches it up, goes a little aggressive on the extremity. I love that change of pace. And now Vanity holding a lovely angle. It works so well. Scream just winded. Pellets to the chest. He's down, and now that's a rifle upgraded too. Liquid looking lost in this. Trying to find an option through middle with Soulcast, but already you're going to see Penny fill in that gap on the other side. Going to get himself over there with that lovely upgrade that he's going to be able to working with if he wants it. Waiting on the other side is Soulcast. Already got himself worked up in middle, but it's not an easy pick on Penny. Timing's going to be a factor. Keep eyes on the Omen as well. Spike to hand for Link. Looking to come through. Timing's a factor, but Penny's won it again. Great positioning from Penny to refill the gap in middle.
Plays perfectly off that. Soulcast actually fires the dart up, you know, in anticipation of Penny being just there and having to turn for it. Now, Liquid, desperation time, and still so much utility at V1's disposal. They will just run the clock down once again. 18 seconds now, and Cryptix and Link have got to make a move if they want to do some damage. So they're just going to opt to save onto this one. An awkward engagement there, but Link and Cryptix will both find kills. Penny will find his third as well, though. The time, as you said, round already done and dusted here. Unless actually, Jammy falls. Oh, nearly.
There was a second. Quite literally a second. There was quite literally a second where it could have gone wrong, but no, 4-0. Breathe in. We're okay. We're okay. But let's talk about options now, because so they're being run pace-wise by the fact that V1 are in the driving seat, right? At the moment, they've got that lovely switch up of pace, throwing Penny ahead of it, then filling the gap. Brilliant. Now, let's talk about that utility work. When you have a team that's denying you that much utility work so well, you're going to have to rip it away from them somehow. Right now, yes, you can go for mad aggression, or you go for the double pumps, maybe the fakes, pulling them out, trying to get that utility away. It looks like a site change for now. It's all 5 towards B here. Yampy, though, going to have to back away from this. Again, the utility, if they draw it all out now, maybe they can re-aggress.
Look at nothing left for Zelsis, and Jammy's already invested a snake bite. Cryptic's actually going to find an opening here onto Effie's. It could still force the issue here. Scream with his ultimate, but only a Sheriff, but Bladestorm's still online. And actually, Cryptic's going to invest a lockdown here. Try and zone off sight for the time being. A perfect flash from Scream to force Penny off that angle. Well read by him.
Penny wants back in. He's going to pop the ult as well. So this does give at least Liquid the cross towards the site. Penny still being held back, but Jammies is still here. Gets a little bit of value for it too. Finding Soulcast is decent. Penny going to dash on in, feels it. HP looking real nice, and the shot's even better with the knives coming out.
No
Vanity finding Scream. This is unreal work. Yampy and Cryptics now backs to the wall. Divide comes in. Gonna make this a little bit trickier. There's gonna be the Killjoy ult as well. So much investment, and Cryptic's barely living here. They're gonna try and play through towards CT. Zelsis gonna find one. He wants the second, not gonna get it. Cryptic's now in a 1v2. V1 says no, and Version1 gonna make it to 5. This is impeccable work from the boys.
What a fantastic recovery by Version1 on that retake. Again, they sit back deep enough. Yes, Jammies is almost, left as a lamb to the slaughter, really, with everybody coming through, but finding the 1 kill before falling is absolutely massive. And actually, discipline-wise, they leave somebody back to watch Scream's ultimate here, but it's Link, and he gets picked off immediately by Penny, and then Vanity comes through, catches Scream on the reset. At that point there, 2 players isolated in B main. We talk about B main being such a huge factor for the attackers, holding onto that in a post plant, and it's dealt with so quickly.
Penny on the op. Gonna be tucking himself in to try and avoid that owl drone coming out.
Spot him. Scream!
Doesn't matter, apparently. Scream's gone. Well, okay, if you need a couple of rounds, boys, I'll get my backpack on, hop on in. Let's get this going already. So big space garnered in mid and short from the back of that 1 pick. Now, there is still 2 players on A, and look at that utility lockdown. Still so much to work through just on short, let alone you got Zelsis over there as well. So if they want to try and work this, Scream can catch and punish rotation, but try get through this death trap.
And Liquid sit tight for the time being, and they come through. Actually, the flash and the dash through, and Yampy will isolate.
Guess that's how you do it.
But Vanity, once again, with a judge now playing close contact. Scream, able to create more chaos elsewhere. We'll find Effie's. Jammy's still over on B now, but Vanity left to defend short. We'll find Link, and actually the spike's down.
Oh, Vanity! Nasty
If he
work
gets one
from
more, that's
Vanity.
terrible.
This could all fall to pieces, being a problem. He's been forced away by utility. They have to commit towards it, but he's bought time. And Jammies now is a little closer than before, maybe able to make something from this in this 2v3. HP is low, but look, we know Bogdan's law. Vanity can still make it work with that op. Jammy's slowly making progress. He's going to try and find the first. Couldn't quite find Yampy. And it's time to back out with that op. Try and keep that potentially. Or maybe just keep it out of their hands.
Just going to throw it away. Sure, it's at least make it difficult for them to recover. Vanity actually not far off with that first tap there. Yampy playing close on glass here, but nobody from Liquid wants to give anything else away weapon-wise. Big round for them to get on the board. Try and get things going. Scream will pick up his 3rd. It's actually crazy. Even in that scenario, with everything's going wrong, Vanity just drifts back in towards 3. Finds Link on the way in. That's the spike down. And like you said, able to play his life. The fact that Scream still checks that, by the way, like I said, the owl drone didn't see him, and he still has the discipline to check that.
Yeah, if their adjustment now is, okay, we've got to take mid control and then play up short because that main entry is just locked out, fair enough. If that's the change they need, but it looks like a hefty lean, at least early on, towards this B lobby control. Penny again going to go back to this. This time, Scream not going to be the one chasing it. But look at the room that they're garnering towards that A push out as well. Viper checking deep, going to maybe sit up here for a second. There is a Killjoy on the other side, maybe keeping that one in charge. But they've got the information now. Or at least the early read, and the rotations are on the way. This is still looking like it's going to be a B piece if they keep this up.
Just an overwhelming amount of utility here. Scream going to come through, clear all this space, though. Nobody on site. Everybody able to survive for the time being, and Liquid should be able to get a clean plant here. Now, we've still got decent control of B main also. It's only Cryptics, and Vanity going to spot this utility out and reveal his position. Yampy setting up a little bit of a crossfire on lane also.
Yampy, that's going to be Vanity lost. Cryptic's in the key position.
Perfect.
You have to clear this, but Yampy and him in brilliant synergy here. And now Zelsis going to struggle on it. Yeah, the crossfire's all in play. Great work from Zelsis to find one, but it's the first piece in a long puzzle to unravel. And that combination, Hypok, it worked so well.
It really did, and Liquid seem to have stopped the bleeding for the time being. Put their second on the board, and Cryptic's really leading the charge for Liquid. 9-4, and really at this scoreline, I mean, that's a statement in itself. But you know, version 1, I mean, when Vanity's buying a judge, it's we don't even really need to talk about the damage to their economy. They're going to come straight back into this with as good as a buy round as anything. A Spectre and 3 Phantoms to boot. No ultimates available for them, and Link, the only one really with his online.
Double stack short side. Yampy's on the site. They still haven't quite, I guess, secured the site necessarily. They've cleared it. But there's still a danger here. This retake's real close. If they decide to make something happen, good work from Scream to maybe try and clear towards shorter touch. Spike now down, but there's plenty of threats nearby.
Actually, Vanity forced out of that smoke there with the molly. Actually puts him down to 10 HP. Penny now going to try and follow up on this owl drone out of heaven. Actually going to spot out Yampy, but he's able to drop and play safe for the time being. Still a 5v5 here. No kill in favor of either side. The flash is perfect up though, but Yampy finally converts.
Still a 5v3 now. Soulcast finding Vanity. That was a little unfortunate. He was very low. I think it's save time for V1. Yeah, get on out of there. Keep those rifles. Well, the 2 that they have. And I don't think any upgrades are coming. Yampy's chasing. Yampy is just... He's rabid when he wants it, but it's a round nonetheless. Link gonna just double check. There's no naughtiness happening. No, you're just fine. Back on out of there. And Liquid have stabilized. After the first couple of rounds, those first 5 that came tearing through, V1 were looking untouchable, but the answer's been found by Liquid.
I mean, the race site execution has so many minor adjustments to it to kind of keep it fresh and hard to read. It's going to be difficult for version 1 to deal with, but initially there, seeing them kind of read into the fact that Vanity's been playing the judge, he's been playing these cheeky little, I got to come back to what Potter said, these rat spots, right? Just doing rodent work, playing inside smokes and things like that. But again, just a slight adjustment. Usually we would see Liquid, you know, show some pressure towards tree. All it is right there, it's a molly into the smoke. They send some shots in, brings Vanity down to 10 HP, forces them out of that spot. And ultimately there, those are the sorts of things that, you know, when you are at a round deficit and you've got to lean back on the playbook and some of these executions that, you know, version 1 could go away and do their homework, right? And down to the T set up for that utility accordingly. That slight adjustment once again from Liquid just makes it really clean on the way in.
And I love the fact these timeouts, they're just so perfectly called in. You've got, you know, the first one initially from Liquid and the answer gets found. And right back in it, V1 are like, okay, we've got to find the next step then. It's this constant evolution between these two.
This is Vanity's called this one, guys. I can't buy the judge. I've got to settle for a bucky, guys. We got to take a breather here, slow things down a little bit.
Again, what adjustments can they be making? It's to work out what's kind of been the answer for Liquid. We've seen kind of 2 looks of success now. One, you could say a little thanks to Scream to an extent. That pick on short when it came towards Penny, the mid control catching those rotations was nice, but they've now proven that they can lean back towards that site, maybe when they're on a slightly weaker buy, if maybe the utility's a little lighter, but the execute worked on the other side as well. So, if anything, Liquid showing that they do have a little bit of depth to them now. And V1 may be reading that this is trickier than expected.
I find it amazing that still we look at that buy and it's basically as good as a full buy for version 1 from what we've seen so far. I mean, obviously a couple of weapons saved through. 2 Phantoms. Actually, Liquid once again, as 5 here, going to lean on. Now, version 1 leaning through B main, going to give all this information across. They should be able to set up for this. If everybody can stay alive, Penny in hell,
Penny.
he's got to go big here.
He does need to, but Yampy's never going to let it happen. Finds Penny, and there was that player close on short. They've kind of fallen back towards tree a touch further. I believe that's going to be Vanity over there. Spike now down. Good work so far. Soulcast going to be keeping track of the back, and yeah, great
Good stuff.
Accuracy from Soulcast. This is very well considered. Vanity unable to get much going in this round, sadly, for himself. He is going to be working with just that shotgun, and they all know very well where he's going to be coming from. So, no chance of that today, Vanity.
To beat a rat, you got to think like a rat. And everybody posted up playing distance. It's going to be the Prime Gaming flawless here. Oh, we can
Scream.
Camera.
Scream.
You hate it. You hate it when you're on LAN and your C button just gets stuck like that. You gotta press it a couple of times, work it out.
Yep.
It's usually the switches, the heat in the studio and everything, and
Yeah, it can happen. You gotta lube those switches. You're right. Good point. Soulcast, though, lovely work from him. Real precision there.
give me more. Give me more
Please,
teabagging when you're 1 round down.
Please, please, you're not even winning yet, really, in this map. I love it. You've just worked it out off the back of a tactical timeout. Get in their heads. We love this psychological warfare, but Penny now forced away. A quick piece coming through middle. They've sent more than just Scream this time. It's going to be all 3 players here. Now, Vanity going to be falling back, but not being subtle about positioning. Could get punished for this. Zelstis, though, knows what's up. Sprays in, gets put down. Yampy and Scream in combination, trying to work towards the side, but it's Effie's back by Boathouse. Still good for 1 on Yampy, but now he's got plenty more to handle. 2 from the right, 2 from the left. Let's see how much more he can get done. Headshot. But it ain't enough to stop them from taking the site. Liquid flooding in. Spike now down. It's a 2v3.
Yeah, and actually, Lockdown invested as well. It's going to force V1 to make a move early to try and negate this, but got to come back away. No real ground gained off that, and Jammies and Vanity going to be very, very tough to hold on to these weapons with the amount of time. Again, Liquid are going to read very early this is going to be a save, or at least them reverting back to it being a save. Gonna go hunting though. Let's try and protect the economy. I don't think there's much of a need to now with this one. In a perfect response from Liquid stringing together. What is that, 5 now to tie things up? They were down 5-0, right?
Yes, I believe so. Okay, V1. We've got to get a grip on it now, boys. Something it's been going wrong. You gotta find a way to stop the rot here, because Liquid are looking like they've just kind of kicked up a gear. They've found the form out of nowhere, and the tactical timeout works. And again, we have to praise the likes of Sliggy in this too. As much as, yes, there's in-game leaders in the game, but he is truly the puppet master when it comes to Liquid. He's always been vocal about it, and he's a great mind when it comes to Valorant. So again, the adaptations, the adjustments clearly working out on this one on the switch up. And the answer yet to be found for V1 on this bit of a shaky purchase here. Guess as best as they're going to get.
Yeah, the talking point of version 1 and what's considered a buy round for them. But 4 ultimates available. Obviously, the Blade Storm popped off the rip. Link actually going to send the Paranoia through and maybe able to close the distance very quickly here on the back of Yampy. Effie's will respond. She finds a kill with the Hunter's Fury here, but Penny also. He comes through. He actually isolates Yampy and Tree, and both kills, actually.
Penny, this is what you need. If you need a man to step up for V1, it could be Penny leading the way as best he can. Looks like Zelstis could be done for. No, he's still alive. How is Zelstis managing to live
I don't think
here?
they checked that.
You can't.
Even
You
if they
just
come
tried to
through
clear
here,
it with like 2 pieces of utility.
I was going to say, even if they force the issue and come through here, there's no way they would have checked on Zelstis. But Cryptix and Soulcast now. Gonna hit the rotate. Penny already preemptively rotated over. Jammies. I thought he might have just been close enough to grab the audio cue actually on the footsteps through mid, but the recon bolt gonna give things away. Penny though, look where he's got himself tucked into with his Blade Storm.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Oh, it's cleared.
What? Soulcast clears that? Okay, it's a 2v4 and now it's a 2v3. You don't win these normally without mistakes being made, but I can't even discredit Penny on that one. Soulcast just checking, but 50 HP on Soulcast. They're pushing forward. Effie's fights Cryptics. Nastiness coming out on Soulcast. The 1v3, there's a couple of players with less than ideal weapons, but the aim still holds true. And Zelsis comes right back in. V1 find their answer in the form of Penny having a round.
Really, really good stuff. And again, just all that aggression. And actually, Soulcast, another tool to kind of create some space for Liquid, for Yampy to kind of thrive in. Yampy and Scream, I should say, actually. Again, pops the Hunter's Fury, sends that through, clears off a couple of really crucial angles. But you can see here, Vanity falls, Penny immediately swings on the back. He knows that, actually, Effie's in his Hunter's Fury is going to give him the opportunity to do that. And that's how we found Link. What? I wondered where the second came from, but...
That's how they got the round. That shot, that shock dart. Hold on. Wait, do we have player comms? Did I just hear that?
Okay, I'm hoping there's going to be some kind of montage here of NA comms.
Riot's feeling real risky. There's already been a teabag. They're like, all right, let's just rip off the band-aid. Let's just see what happens, boys.
Open all the mics up.
Hot mic the whole time. Now 5-6, V1 do get their answer back, but that was a big credit to Penny there. They need to find consistency, at least to get this one the nice lead on the half. Yampy still looking for that first start towards short, gonna push away the opponent straight up towards tree, looking for Penny, who's on the other side of that smoke for now. Zelsis, no subtlety in the steps, and Yampy's gonna swing it.
Beautiful.
Precision is just on it. Screams now join him, and Penny waits patiently, having to watch as his teammates almost got ripped to shreds, but Effie's on the turn, and Penny finds one. I thought he might have gotten more from that, and now a 2v3. Lincoln Soulcast, 40 seconds, spike to hand, not planted yet, and Jammies wants to try and deny it. He can't see it just yet, gets to side quickly, spots out Soulcast. It's looking like 7 could be on the board unless Link can clutch this out. Effie says no. Version 1 steer the ship back on course.
And that is massive, actually, for them to close this half out 7-5. Again, for me, the big thing you look for Version 1 in terms of win conditions for Ascent is them not allowing Liquid to absolutely dominate on their attack. Effie's comes up huge with this. Again, finds Yampy, comes through and actually digs Scream out as well, anticipating exactly where that front line for Liquid's going to be set up. Finds the third as well, Link in hell. A great way to close out that half.
7-5, V1 on the lead here. Now, I genuinely believed this was gonna be a clearer run for Liquid. I am so thoroughly impressed by V1's answers that they had in that first half high pike. I cannot tell you that enough, how impressive that was to watch from V1.
No, because I think, again, I mean, it just goes to show really with how Liquid have performed on this map of recent, for Version 1 to have such a good grasp on exactly what Liquid are going to do and how they were going to play it. Coming through, actually. Effie's didn't actually get the tag there, but Link's position noted nonetheless. V1 try and close the distance here. Scream actually going to get isolated inside the smoke there. Vanity finds the first. The cloud bursts down. Link does find one, but Zelsis is going to deal with him. Yampy comes through though. Jammies and Effie's will fall. And Liquid now turn things to a 3v2. Just Zelsis and Vanity left. No real control here. The door's still wide open for Yampy. Zelsis going to try and get the plant through. And actually, that's going to be the green light for Liquid to come through. The third on the round for him. Zelsis actually converts too, but Yampy. Oh, it comes down to the wire, but Yampy finds his fourth. And Liquid will close out this pistol round.
Okay.
It got close there. I don't know how Zelsis found that second. The Nano Swarm doing so much damage to stop that coming through.
And this is the thing. There's a reason they normally make Yampy the raid boss. They give him the armor, the frenzy. Well, he gets the armor and he gets the frenzy in hand as well. And it's worked out nicely there. You're right. That could have been mad. As you can see, a little bit of weight off the shoulders, I'm sure, picking up that pistol.
Yeah, I mean, again, with the 7-5 scoreline, it's a good opportunity for them to time them up. But Version 1 actually going to invest back into this, Lauren. Now, three Spectres, actually, sorry. The Sheriff and the Frenzy. So Gonna try and throw everything at this round, and again, Liquid actually gonna try and isolate Jammies here. They know that, yeah. No, just off the back of not seeing anything, they have the opportunity to do so. And now, actually, it's a lot of information garnered just on the back of that push.
Yeah, and it's also the fact that they know they're up against a bit of a force buy, just hearing that from Jammies, so no surprise now to be had. They're gonna have to respect it a little bit more. They're not gonna get away with maybe a cheeky pick here or there. A little bit of damage done to Zelsis. Good work. Yampy, though, I forgot he'd be able to get the blades out nice and quick. It's so early.
Wait, as well, Zelsis got the lockdown available from planting as well.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
That's so much time bought here now. Scream gonna try and crest around Jammies. Not gonna get it that time. Scream now opens up another avenue of approach, and you can see them being boxed in here, but there needs to be a bit of a pace pickup from Liquid. Time's beginning to dwindle, and the last bit of utility put down here. Soulcast finds one in, but Vanity denies Scream, but it's just down to one. Vanity has to somehow stop 4 players. He's got another. He's got to keep going, though, and he doesn't have it in him. Soulcast to close the book on it, and the defuse to come through as Liquid tie us back up now.
This is beautiful. And again, I talked about the information guarded in the early round here. The fact that it's Jammies they spot, Scream goes hunting. He wants to remove the possibility that in a round like this to convert, to basically stop any early momentum in terms of the economy for Liquid. They know that one of the biggest tools would be Version 1 playing a really, really deep post-plant lineup. So Scream going and digging Jammies out of that spot is actually massive. The fact that he's the one person spotted from that push early round from Yampy and Scream is crucial to Liquid closing it out.
And crucial to Liquid is Yampy right now. He's having a big performance. He's stepped up. His entry frags have always been something we talk about. Those first bloods that he pulls through are exceptional. Now Penny wants in on the action, though. The slow walk up middle. It looks almost like a contact piece. Let's see. Maybe a burst off the back, but he's looking a little isolated. It is Yampy on the other side, but Penny's the one with the rifle. He can do all the difference. Now that is going to spoil things.
See, Version 1 going to immediately reset off that. And as 4 going to explore their way up catwalk here and try and follow this through. And Penny actually going to lead the charge here with this Phantom purchase. Come through, dash through. Link actually got to be careful here. Got to survive on the back of Jen. Scream going to bail him out from heaven with the Spectre now. Swings around. Link finds one. Zelsis and Penny fall.
Oh, you can't ignore Link like this. He kept chipping away at damage, but look at the HP left. Effies and Jammies super low in this. Yampy, yeah, he's only got the Sheriff, but gets the upgrade now. Steps give it away. It's so simple for Yampy. Doesn't need to see him. Hands in the air. They have got this one now wrapped up. 8 gonna be on the board. Yampy gonna be pleased with that.
And that's massive as well, again, with the Spectres being carried across, with Version 1 actually forcing in the round 2 now. This is the worst possible scenario for them. Again, I'll have to keep an eye on Penny's economy, because throwing the Phantom in the mix, maybe anticipating he's going to get his Blade Storm online, I don't know. But kind of being the front man in that play. Again, great work from Scream to find the first. Again, does fall here, but buys enough time for Link to find the second onto Penny. Really, really good work from Link. And you're absolutely right. The audio cue here, Yampy perfectly places. Again, both players, I think, sub 25 HP. Soulcast flexing out a little bit there. Love to see that.
What up now, America? Woo, etc. Rolling it back. Yampy. Oh, no. Oh, no, Jammies. What's happened? Yampy's starting to... I feel confident, and it's weird. Like, oh, no. And now the pace change. It looks like V1 wants to try and switch into something here, trying to lean back in towards B, but there's so many players still dug in deep on this site. It's going to be tricky to bail them out from this Soulcast. Maybe the first contact on this. Let's see. Yeah, okay, gets the first contact. Outdone by Penny, though. Great work from him. And big pickup from Zelsis. Site's now theirs. V1 get to maybe lock this one out. The retake's going to be super tricky. Coming back in from Scream, Link, and Yampy, these post plants are decent. I'd love to have one towards main, but they're all tucked in towards, like, the site itself.
Yeah, I think the quicker Liquid work that out, the better. Turret actually going to play a really crucial part of this to play almost contact for the rest of V1. They don't have to risk anything, actually, but having said that, Link going to find Vanity on the way, and that could open the door for them.
Could be the gateway, but
they might just want to punish the economy.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're just going to
If they
play
can
for
keep him
everyone
locked
to
in.
die.
Yep. They have so much more to lose. That's one down. That's a rifle gone. Penny doing everything he can to try and find a way
It's
out, but he's
perfect.
going to drag him down with him. Liquid lose the round, but they win the economy game in this, but we are at 8-8.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The round win, sure, but again, in terms of damage control, with how fragile the economy's been for version 1, and now they're in a position where we've won the round, but I don't think they're going to get a comfortable buy out of this. And if they do, they're going to be down to nothing at all.
Yampy on the op. And you're right, they are buying down to 0 on at least Effie's. Penny, not great for cash either, but does have at least the Bladestorm to lean towards. Spectre for Zelsis.
Get out of my way.
Nothing
Vanity the
nice
best
here.
looking at 1700. That's it.
Exactly. Now Yampy's been having a match so far, and if he's got that up to hand, and they're walking cat, it feels like a matter of time, but they might just make it past each... Nope. Sees one. Doesn't get the shot through, but Scream loses his head. Great start from Penny. Needs a little bit more on short. At least he's trying to get more on short. Looks towards the side to try and help out Zelsis, but Link connects well towards 2, but Zelsis finally denies him. A 3v3 now, but no spike plant yet. Need to try and secure the site itself. Heaven could still have been a problem. Now being slightly more managed. Yeah, they have to... They're committing through this. Soulcast takes the damage. Standing there now, trying to keep space on the side. The post plants aren't comfortable at all, Hypoc.
Oh, he actually tanks through the Snakebite and the Nano Swarm there to try and fight through. Come through, can't let that tag. Your Cryptix does actually get tagged up from it, but Yampy is going to get isolated. One onto it, he pulls the Bladestorm. Jammies deals with him.
Now 2v2, Soulcast and Cryptix, what can they do with this? They're not in the ult, they're on the side, they're gonna see Jammies there, they now know, but Jammies takes the fight on Cryptix. Soulcast can't do it. It's on Jammies to save V1 here. And they just tip the scales in their favor.
A crucial round for V1 on the back of a Penny Pop and the Bladestorm are riding that out effectively as of on their full buy. And they convert that. And the score, look at the scoreboard for Liquid. Yampy 23 and 13. Nobody else breaking double digits just yet. And Liquid, I mean, an opportunity here to ride this. A little bit of investment, I guess Soulcast can actually save through and maybe consider an operator going into the hands of Yampy, but you've got to do some damage here again. They can't let V1 string another couple of rounds together.
V1, look, we've seen what happens. These guys can pull it back. They have the grit and determination to potentially do it, and seems like all of them are putting up a performance now. It's not just, you know, Penny doing well, it's a lot of them, whereas Yampy is far and away the lead star for Liquid in this map. And he wants in, he's walking again, the damage is huge. Oh, it's not pretty at all, but Scream's trying to make up for it. That's 2. The third, no, Penny. Still staying alive, and now Soulcast and Link having to handle the 3 remaining players with rifles and V1 stabilize.
Spike will finally be retrieved.
What?
Actually, Penny goes
That's the spike.
on walkabouts?
That's the spike. Why is that the spike? Link's probably confused as well now, but there we go.
Okay.
Zelsis, safe pair of hands.
I guess maybe reading that Link might be, you know, tucked into all the way into Boathouse and playing off the back of everybody else falling and being kind of the last bastion of hope on B side. But look at Scream coming through here, finds both of those Jammies and Effies. Unfortunately, couldn't find Penny as well. I guess just up close and personal, but yeah, a little bit of a misread from V1 there to try and send Penny over towards A, I guess, with the spike.
V1 are making
End up
a...
costing them.
Yeah, V1 are making a case for a third map here. They really are, and I am so ready for it. Please, take me to that third map. I want to see these guys go all the way. Now, Yampy back on the op. On the other side, none to be seen. Of course, Penny took a chunk of damage, down to 6 HP. And Yampy sitting in, not no man's land, but hard to back away from even as Jet, so... Is he
Penny
winning
actually,
this?
let's say Penny actually got tagged in the early
Yampy's
round.
walking. Yampy's going walkabouts. And we haven't seen that look from them yet. That would have been the spike spotted even for just a second as well. He does claim Effie's life, but he now knows there's threats on the site. Gonna try and focus his way towards that main push, but Penny does eventually trade it out, but he did find Zelsis on that. Great work from him to make value of it, but Vanity, speaking of value, 2 out of nowhere, brings this back to a 2v2 rather than a 2v4. Yeah, the HP's low, but maybe they've still got a shot at this one.
6 HP on Penny, 70 on Vanity here.
30 seconds left.
Scream. Actually going to send through the molly here and pop the run it back, immediately dealt with by Penny. One-shotted back, and Vanity sent
Spike's
packing.
off.
He's got the spike.
Spike's off.
This is perfect.
They're
Penny can
gone.
just sit here and keep Liquid.
Scream's thinking about it. He's thinking about short, but they haven't fallen for this. They haven't fully backed away. Wait, time?
It's 10
seconds. Oh no, keep your eyes on that spike. If this could go so wrong. 6 seconds, he's got to get towards the site now. There's no two ways about it. Spike now going to go down. This was terrifying. Maybe trying to pull a rotation away, give him a better shot. You got to try and clutch at straws when you're on this HP. The double stack towards hell, potentially. Scream now. Looking for his way in. The flash still to hand, going to catch them, but they don't push off the back of it. Penny waits below.
No way.
Barely any HP on
He's
this
right
one. They're
above
not
him.
finding the first. Penny waits. He gets one. He moves to the other side, and now Scream tasked to try and
No
do it.
way.
He gone. I cannot believe V1
Oh,
just
no.
won that round.
Oh no. They had absolutely no business winning that.
Down A.
A combined, I think by the end of it, a combined 30 HP. Vanity
Sure.
finds 2. Cryptics, he was up there for so long as well. And do you know what? Penny's holding the dropout towards Jen as well. On the back of Scream using the wall. That is insane. Version 1 now. 11 rounds to 8. And TL
Yep.
wisely calling attack timeout. This is... I mean, they're scraping the barrel at this point. What have they got left? I mean, Version 1 have had the perfect response to anything that Liquid try and set up here on defense. Have just looked so good. Vanity is having an absolute blinder here on Ascent. Penny as well. Both of them.
Yes. What a performance from V1. I am telling you now, Liquid, as said, this is their stronghold. V1 have pulled up and actually shaken Liquid to their core, and a map they were undefeated with this roster. No one had pushed them yet. Not like this. Impeccable work. The preparation is perfect. The mid-round calls are great. The decision-making's been good. I don't know what the answer is for Liquid here. They look lost.
You do? I mean, ultimately, like I said, I don't want to say Liquid's defense is weak on Ascent, but this relied, in terms of looking comfortable, this relied on Liquid running away with their attack. Because right now, I mean, on the half, it's 4-3, right? It's 4-3 in favor of Version 1, but the 3 rounds that Liquid have come through have been on the back of winning these post plants, and Penny can open things up once again. Soulcast immediately falls.
Penny is just leading the way right now. Happy to take these fights, take the space. And Penny needs to clear the back of side. Cryptic still here, though. That's going to be 1. Gives him time for a second. The 3rd evades, but Zelsis trying to do everything he can to make that not go too far away, but it's done damage. And now the 3v3, but look at the weaponry. It's still not perfect. Going to force out the ult, sure, but now they're going to come back in through cap. Penny finds another. That's big value there to find Yampy. It's Scream and Link now left to potentially just back away here.
They've got to respect the lockdown and actually going to get detained on the way out here. This is tough. This is really tough. Again, the lockdown comes so early, and it's actually Yampy that tries to challenge it. Zels is now going to set up for Scream in main, but actually gets flashed out here. Brings it to a 2v2, and Scream going to find an upgrade.
It looks like he wants to go for a bit of this. Give it a crack. Dives on in. Penny at the back. Effie's beside him. This crossfire's good to hold. Gonna be tough to try and do anything with. Scream's found Effie's hold on. Penny gonna find Link, but he has to still find Scream. Buys the time. Penny doing the dance. Scream gets him!
No time.
But time has dwindled away, and the calm, collected approach from Penny is more than enough to bring us to 12 for V1.
On the brink of forcing the third map here. And again, on the back of Penny just full-on swinging into B main. I think Solkas caught with his pants down. You got to say it, right? Yeah, completely caught off guard by the recall on the total fake thrown out by Vanity.
One enemy remaining.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. This is the map that I thought was just going to be so comfortable for Liquid. And with the way the V1 played on Split, yes, there was going to be a chance, but not like this.
Bring it on. Map 3 now going to be on the horizon. One more round. Liquid can still give it a good go. But it ain't going to be easy. Link on the switch up playing from Wine. Going to let potentially one past him. Maybe the timing didn't see Jammy's pass, but he's going to hear the steps. Now, what can he do from this position?
This is
Solkas?
massive.
Short takes the attention on Short, but now timing's a factor. Vanity gonna be the first to be found. That spike now lost. That's gonna be a problem. They have to clear this position. That's another angle they weren't ready to worry about, but now they have to. A late clear could come through from Effie's, however, but Yampi did find Zelsis. Link still being a nuisance in this. It's basically a 2v4 on the site. Unless they can clear out the player at the back by Wine, Link is now gone. Effie's takes him down. And now the 3v4. Penny.
How? How did Penny still find a kill there?
I don't know. I do not know. I cannot tell you. No players detained this time, but Yampi's taken over the site. Solkas on the spike itself, holding this down. Is there anything to stop him right now? No one is taking him off this one. It looks like the defuse is going to come through. Liquid live for another round.
Great stuff there. And again, I got to say it, Link is alive for so long in Wine, and I'll have to take another look back at that round, but I don't feel like enough is happening elsewhere. Like, Link relays the information that Effie's is in main as well. I feel like Liquid, they need to take control. A little bit of hesitation coming out there. They know that they have a favorable man advantage on site, and Link is literally buying so much time for them.
Now the money, not perfect. You have Vanity on a Spectre and Jammies as well, but they've been showing that they're pretty solid on this. And mid-take comes out, Scream. Player watching towards it. They have backed from this. A bit of a utility towards Short. Try and keep that safe for a second. No aggression shown yet from Team Liquid on the defensive side.
Toxin screen down.
Let's see, 3 players from Liquid stack up on A with Scream making his way over here. Hunter's Fury getting invested by Effie's, clear out a couple of these angles. No tags coming through, and actually, a spot out, but the spike is found. Yampi with a judge in market now. He's got all to do. He's going to find another one as well. Zelsis falls. Penny, got to be careful here. 48 HP.
He's being closed in on as well. Yampi wants this. It's going to be the battle of the Jets. Yampi's going to show him how it's done with the judge this time around. This will more than likely be double digits now, as Effie's is your last alive. They're all just running through middle. Don't be making me nervous. 2 kills for Effie's, but another on the board for Liquid. We're at double digits now. And I want to know what the money's like for V1.
Yeah, I was going to say, at this point here, 12-10 doesn't really make a massive issue, because they're always going to buy if it does go to 12-11, but...
Just what quality of buy do they have?
Exactly. And with the way that the purchases have come for version 1, it wouldn't surprise me if, regardless of the situation, we see them throw everything into this round. Financially, at least. No, actually, look at that. Yeah, this is I'm surprised by that. It's a Spectre on Penny and Frenzies across the board. Utility invested, though, in full armor on a couple of players.
They're playing for the last potentially here, unless, well, I mean, they've got a site for free, which is, oh no, they've got, Penny's just found one on the site. Now, Vanity to get lost in the meantime. However, Link being removed does create some space there. You can see just the little grabby hands trying to get hold of that rifle. Ultimate comes through. Solkas, can he dissuade any of this? Yes, that's a good connection towards Penny. Needs a little more. Going to stop the plant for now. Zelts is going to try and control towards Heaven. It's going to do some damage, as does Scream, though. Powerful punch there towards Effie's. Now, where is that Spike? Still locked with the Killjoy. Good work from Zelsis, but a better trade for Cryptics. And now just Jammy's left alive. Does have that Frenzy, but it's been handled by Liquid. And it does look like they're going to play for that final round now.
Yeah. Again, Jammy's left in that position where I think the plan was to leave him in a strong post plant with a lineup.
Maybe.
Was an orb goes out. Gonna actually keep him alive for the time being. He's got the upgrade to the Phantom and the ultimate. Doesn't choose to invest it just yet.
He's got a 1v1, it's clean.
No
Oh
way.
my god, he's got a 1v1, and now it's looking like it's possible. Yampino! Oh, finds the angle. Jammy's almost did the unthinkable. That would have been something else. The first, the clean kill. The second, unbelievable. Walked away with what? 10, 15 HP, but woof.
This is massive though for version 1. Though,
Damage,
think
dude.
bigger picture here. Like, Penny's one of his ultimates. Zelsis is one away from the lockdown. Jammy's didn't invest the Viper's Pit.
I thought he was going to.
Huge. We got some huge conversion possibility here. If version 1 get an advantage, they have so much to throw at this in terms of utility and ultimates. And Liquid have nothing now. Hunter's Fury and the run it back invested there. It's Yampy with the Blade Storm, that's it.
He doesn't care. He's got his op. It's a timeout. Oh, what a pressure moment. Holy. They could just go for a random switch up, dude. Like, V1 they've got a lot to play with, right? So they could go for something a little fruity.
Got some playmakers.
Try something out. Yeah, but Yampy's getting aggressive. Link could try and set some utility in motion, maybe, and it looks like they come in this way. Who knows? I mean, this is all theoried, but I can't believe it comes down to the final round. Either we go third or we go OT.
Again.
Again.
Of course, this is the way it plays out. The first time EU plays NA, it comes
had
down
to,
to
right?
this.
It had to.
We're getting another
keep in
open up,
mind,
of
we
course
still have
are.
Sentinels Fnatic, dude.
Yeah,
we still have
exactly.
that today. Like,
That's
I
the
don't care.
dessert,
I'm
the main
popping a
course right
Red Bull, dude. Yeah. Woo, something sweet to end the evening with. This is the thing, right? I get we tell the whole narrative of EUNA, I don't know, whatever. Like, but genuinely, this is just good games. This is just great Valorant between these two. It's so sick. And now, we're moments away. A good purchase for either side. No massive problems to be seen. I'm looking at a little bit of light utility maybe on Cryptics in that regard.
I mean, the only problem I see is if V1 do decide to fight for these orbs. Like I said, Zelsis, if he gets the lockdown online, going to be able to zone off either site. They're going to be able to take full control, get the Viper's Pit down. They're going to be able to set up so strong if they can combine the lockdown entry and the Viper's Pit to secure site control. And then on top of that,
What are you meant to do?
Effie's only 3 away from the Hunter's Fury once again. Jammies can sit back and play post-plan. There are so many possibilities for version 1 to close this out.
But there's Yampy with an op, and he's holding the right angle. So we have to see where it starts. Yampy's going to commit to this potentially. Now, bear in mind that Link got away with playing one, but Yampy falls away. Okay. Okay, he's falling off that. Zels is going to take a boatload of damage early on. And here we talk about it. The ult economy, you're spot on with this.
Cosmic Divide goes up as well. Look at it. They're literally going to invest everything to get on.
But they're not pushing yet. Maybe this is now going to be the go symbol. There it is. Going to get Yampy forced away for now. They're going to take the side control. This is all so picturesque, the take thus far. And there's the ultimate coming out as well. 3 ults invested, and I can't blame them for a second. And now the question mark gets put to Liquid. You got a way back in. Scream's gonna find the first step towards Vanity. That opens up middle and short as a potential route. 2 playing from the backside of main, 2 on the site still left though. Soulcast has made his way down, but it's that Viper's ultimate that's gonna be a problem. Yampy walks in, gets met with a bullet to the brain from Penny, and now 4v4 starts to ensue. Penny again though! Finds the space, gets Cryptic, Soulcast quick reply, and there goes the ultimate. Soulcast on the side needs to find more. Penny is blinded, he can't see enough of it, and now there's desperation being shown by V1, but time, it's dwindling. Link finds Penny, and this is all it comes down to. Effie's, can you deny it now? Oh, he's gonna rip Soulcast away, and they've gone and done it.
Attackers win.
Oh my word. It closes out there. Effie's with the lineup on the shock dars, not even